What's up, everyone? Marc Lobliner, tigerfitness.com. Now, before I get accused of being QAnon, of being right-wing, of being conservative, I just want you to know this video is strictly about sport. It is about culture, and it is about winning, and it is about our U.S. women's national team, of which my family and I, just give you history, we never missed one game. We actually went to some Chicago Red Stars games. We love women's soccer. My daughter, she's playing her last year of soccer, senior in high school. She decided not to play beyond high school. And I've coached thousands of high school girls soccer players. I've even coached at a club, Campton United in Illinois. I was an actual coach at that club. In fact, if you go to their website now, I wrote all their nutrition and training stuff. I love women's soccer, and I want what's best for women's soccer. From a political standpoint, I have to go there because I will get accused of all kinds of stuff. I was okay, and I've had videos on this, with kneeling for the anthem. I believe in freedom of speech. I also believe in an organization saying that, hey, as an organization, here's what we will do. We do not believe that is the right thing to do. And then the athlete can duke it out in court or wherever they want to duke it out. So I don't get much offended because I'm also, if you know me, I'm a libertarian, non-interventionist. I'm not the biggest fan of the war machine. And you have to realize the national anthem before games, there is history of it and War of 18, wars way back. But a lot of it was to basically get people more pro-military, to increase recruitment into the military, which amplified itself beyond the 90s with Desert Storm, et cetera, et cetera. So at the end of the day, it's a national tradition. We have to play the national anthem. I personally stand up and sometimes find myself in tears listening to the renditions of the national anthem because it has so much. I mean, this country has been great to me, right? So, but I also respect the fact that freedom of speech means it might not be most comfortable. If that's their way to get their point across, hey, you do it. Personally, I would never tell my kids to kneel for the anthem. I'd say stand up, respect the country that you're representing. Here's the thing, though. Let's get on to that. I personally stand for the national anthem. I take my hat off. I do this. But here's the thing. If you're playing for the NFL, you're playing for the Bears. You're playing for the Falcons. You're playing for the Packers. When you're playing for the United States of America, you're representing that flag. That flag is your team. If you take a knee, you disrespect that team. So I don't really care if you want to disrespect the flag. Doesn't bother me. You burn it. I don't like it, but it's your right to do that. I feel that's your right to do it. It's also my right to not like it. So why am I getting into this? Because that's what's going to be brought up with me talking about the coaching culture. That's my background. My background is, look, man, I believe in freedom. I love freedom. And also I don't like war, and I don't like that stuff. So that's me. So let's go into why the U.S. women's national team lost. I do believe in my heart of hearts that if this team was coached correctly and if they had the proper culture, they would have won every game by at least 2 goals. And also for Europeans, I'm calling it soccer because most of my following is Americans. When I talk about soccer with, for example, my training partner, Seamus, he's from Ireland, it's football. We call it football, but it's America, so let's call it soccer. Look, man, why that team lost, I will tell you why, is because they lack culture and they lack cause. I have seen coaching thousands and thousands of youth athletes and their teams. I've seen teams that are literally C teams win championships, while A teams don't. I've seen teams who have no business going as far as they do winning championships, going deep into the playoffs and winning championships. The reason is they're playing for something. You see these schools in Ohio with populations of like 2,000 winning the state title every year. It's because they're not just playing for themselves. They're not playing as individuals. They're playing for something bigger than them. They're playing for their school. They're playing for a legacy. They're playing for pride. I remember, I believe it was Coach Tomlin for the Steelers, when they were doing the whole kneeling for the anthem thing during the George Floyd era, right? I was kind of indifferent. I wasn't really watching football much at the time. My kids play sports. I just don't have time to sit down on Sunday and watch sports ball. I'm busy watching my kids play or doing my own stuff because I've been going through a midlife crisis since I was in my 20s. So let me tell you this. The outright bar was created for my kids. My kids need a snack to eat during soccer tournaments, and also I wanted a bar for myself to eat pre-workout, post-workout, and also throughout the day. You want your outright bars right now. That's why we have a partnership going with the Vitamin Shop to make sure that we're in all 750 plus locations, providing the best price, the best service, the best people to give you the outright bar when and where you need it. I believe it was Tomlin. If I'm incorrect, please comment down below. When they didn't even come out for the national anthem, they didn't come out. It actually was Tomlin. And I remember they had one guy who was an ex-Ranger come out. They're like, it was a big controversy, right? So the reason Tomlin did that wasn't because he hated his country. It's because he loved his team. And his job as a coach is not to represent America. His job is to win games. And he knows that a team divided is a team that will not win games. So he had him, he's like, you know what? Half the team wanted to sit, wanted to take a knee, half the team wanted to stand. Tomlin's like, then we're just not going out. We're going to do this as a team. So I will say that most of the blame, you got to blame the people who let it happen rather than blame the catalysts or the players in it. The organization, I don't even know who they are, who runs the US women's soccer team, by letting them do the stuff they do, by letting it go by not having any standards of conduct on and off the field for this team, they created division. And it was held together by some amazing players. Carly Lloyd retiring was another huge hit to the team. Carly Lloyd, in my opinion, along with Mia Hamm, the greatest female soccer players of all time. You guys from other countries can miss me with that ish. They are the greatest, okay? I'm personally biased. Carly Lloyd sent my daughter, because we had a friend of a friend who knew her, this beautiful like gift box. It was signed. I'm almost in tears. I love Carly Lloyd. I love her. I'm a huge fan. Huge fan. Please don't put a restraining order on me. Mia Hamm, the iconic victory, the iconic sports bra moment. I mean, that was astounding. Like, I grew up loving women's soccer because, let's be real, men's soccer in the U.S. sucks compared to the women. And when all of this went down, and the single catalyst, and I'm calling this, and I personally don't think she represents her team well. I think Megan Rapinoe retiring is going to be the catalyst to pop this team up again. Rapinoe, whether you love her or hate her, she's obviously lost a few steps. You could tell on the field this week, like she's not the repeat. She was an amazing player. I'm not going to, Rapinoe sucks. No, dude, her corners and her ability to actually drive the team back pre-2020 was crazy, okay? Then the whole taking a knee movement came, and you have this iconic picture of Rapinoe kneeling and her black teammate standing with her hand over her heart. And a lot of people got polarized. And women's soccer in America is so good for the kids, for the youth. I see what it does to help develop these young girls into just beautiful, beautiful, competitive, and great human beings. And when you're representing your country, like Rudy, the guy who beat the classic Russian wrestler, I think Federer, it's not Federer, it's the boxer, but there's that huge win. Rudy, he was a chubby guy, right? Kurt Angle with a broken neck winning the gold medal. You know, I look at the soccer, Mia Hamm, right? That team just coming out and just taking off their shirts. Like, I'm like, yeah, obviously I'm not too conservative. I'm all for that. I thought it was awesome. Like, yeah, women rock. And to see what this team has become, and I'm not saying it's their fault, dude. I see some players on there. God, they're so good. I'm so upset they didn't win because they have the passion and they have the drive and they have more talent than anybody in the world. You're going to sit there and look me in the eye and say Sweden deserved to win that game? No, I'm sorry. Look at our roster. On paper, we're the best team. When it comes to the field, you can't take a political issue, divide a team with it, right? So we had issues with some teams I've coached in the past, where you've had kids hung out in different groups and you've had kids, you know, run with different crowds. I had an issue. We had kids literally in different street gangs. They'd literally try to kill each other on Saturdays and play a game together on Fridays. But when they were on that field, when they played together, let's use my school. I'm just going to use the Culver City Centaurs. On that field, when you practice Monday through Friday, you practice Monday through Thursday, and Saturday it's Friday, and Monday through Thursday, and Friday is Friday Night Lights. You're nothing else but a Centaur. You're Culver City. That's what you are. I still get goosebumps. I'm about to cry. Talking about the amount of pride I had stepping on that field, knowing that the people before me, Carnell Lake, all the greats from Culver City, the championships, the drive for 5 for league championships, the extra, the overtime wins versus Beverly Hills. Like, I remember those. I remember the year I was a sophomore going into my junior year, like Sean Bachman. You guys don't know who he is. He came in, goal line, standing against Beverly Hills, pops the running back at the line. It was my freshman and sophomore year. I'll never forget that. So when I was on that field, I was playing for the legacy. I wasn't playing for Marc Lobliner. I wasn't playing for the Lobliner name. I was playing for Culver High. That's what you instill in your athletes. At Legacy at Carbon, what we do is we instill culture. So these kids, we have kids who are going to play each other on Friday nights. They're going to try and kill each other. When they come in there and train together, they have their culture within the culture, which breeds culture outside the culture. You need to teach these things. You need to teach loyalty. You need to teach all these things that we couldn't have. So while I am indifferent, and I mean that, I don't care if I offend people, to the whole kneeling in front of the flag thing. I don't like it, but hey, again, you do you, and your organization can tell you what their rules or code of conduct is. Fine with me. It's not your right. Like, if my employee wants to poop in the corner, yeah, I guess that's freedom of expression. You're pooping in the corner. But like, we have workplace rules, and we have other people there, and we have people that we have to serve. Like, dude, at Tiger Fitness, I'm sorry, like, you're probably not going to last long if you're pooping in the corner. No pooping in the corner. Okay, that's a rule. If you apply for a job with us, don't poop in the corner. That's the equivalent of kneeling for the national anthem. That, and there's something I've never seen before, and maybe it's because of the lack of social media. If you disagree with me, I want you to comment down below. I've never seen Americans happy that an American team or person lost. It's 50-50. I'm on Instagram, and I'm looking at these comments. I tweeted about it, and I'm looking at my comment on the U.S. Women's National Team exactly about this. And half the people are like, more than half the people, I guess, are like, yeah, this is great. This is great. The other half are like, you're against women's power. No, I'm about winning. I don't give a shit about your political cause. I don't care if you're a Republican, a Democrat, Green Party, Libertarian. Dude, when you're on that field, you're representing the United States of America. I shouldn't know if you're a Democrat or Republican. I shouldn't even know. I shouldn't know if you're LGBTQ or whatever. I'm sorry, I don't know the letters. There's so many. I'm sorry, I just don't know. I'm not being mean. Again, like my gay friends will tell you. Okay, that's another video. At the end of the day, I have a best gay friend. No, I'm not that guy. But at the end of the day, man, I don't care who you have sex with. I don't care who you vote for. I just want you to ball out and represent the United States of America. And when you have players who literally hate each other and I guarantee you, that team is not a team. I guarantee you there's no way they are. You can't have half sit, half stand and be like, okay, we're a team. No, there's that resentment in there because they're not playing for their country anymore. You can't tell me Rapinoe's playing for the United States of America. You can't tell me she's doing look at her actions. You can't tell me she's playing for anybody but the United States of Megan Rapinoe. I don't know if there's other people like that on that team. I'm sure there are, and I'd hate to single her out, but like, can I even call her anyway? Like, how do we do this? I don't even know. I don't want to offend people. Megan Rapinoe she's the cancer of the team. And I have a feeling that getting her off the team, they shouldn't. And also, like, I think they're playing her for fear of people saying that, they sat her because of her political stances. Nobody who watched any of that game could tell me that she belonged on that field over other players. She was slower. She was getting beat off the ball. Her services on the corners were not where they were. Again, 3 years ago, I don't care if Rapinoe literally is a Nazi. I'm Jewish. I don't care if she's a Nazi. If she can ball out like she did in 2019, 2020, bro, I'm drafting her. I'm putting her on my team. But she got old. She lost a few steps. And I think they kept it on there just for political correctness. And I think the other players are like, why is this? Why is she here? I don't care if she's retiring. She's not the best player. These girls, you got to understand, like even at the teenage level, these girls are so competitive that they don't care about legacy. They don't care about retirement. They care about winning the damn World Cup. Same reason that everybody I coach wants to win a state ring, because that's forever. That's something special. I trade my IFBB Pro card in any day for a state championship ring. My daughter has one. My 10-year-old son has one for wrestling. I'm pretty sure my 15-year-old will have one. That's what we work for. We work for those state championship rings. We work for the World Cups, work for the Super Bowl. Dan Marino will always be a great quarterback, but the notation is he never won a Super Bowl. That's it. So culture is everything. It truly is. And my opinion on this matter is, look, man, as a player, Rapinoe is not one of the greats, but she's a damn good player in her prime. She's past that prime. Unfortunately, somewhere along the line, she saw the opportunity, because these soccer players don't make much money playing soccer. She saw the opportunity to get rich AF by being this polarizing figure. She was already openly gay, which is great, but she saw an opportunity. I don't know if she actually believes in what she's doing. I think she's just trying to make money for her. And that's fine and all, but kick her off the team or sit her on the bench. Because right now, that didn't work. But good news is she's gone. The coach made some interesting moves on that field. I'll just say that. I'm not Mr. Soccer. I'm not going to tell you I know everything about it, but I know enough. I'm a USSF coach. I did take the classes, have the certification. Probably expired by now, though. It's been a while. At the end of the day, guys, I want what's best for our youth. And our youth needs good people. I remember back in my day, and I know I'm rambling, Charles Barkley said, I'm not a role model. Your parents are role models. I disagree. If you're at that level where you're playing and they're watching you, they're emulating you, you have a responsibility to act in a certain way. And if you don't do that, that's your right. But I just think you're shortchanging yourself and the millions of kids who look up to you. There's a lot of girls who are really sad right now. There's a lot of girls who aren't watching soccer right now because their parents are sickened by what this team has done and what they've done. And I'm okay with it. I'm tired. Like when I watch sports, bro, I don't care. Everybody's like, LeBron does this. I'm like, I think LeBron's a great player. I love watching him play. Don't care. That doesn't bother me. I just don't watch basketball. I don't have time to watch sports. But, dude, I would make the time to watch the U.S. Women's National Team. But the problem is, it's just when I watch sports, I don't want a political statement. I just want to see people who are extremely talented do what they're paid to do and do it exceptionally well and represent that team on and off the field. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm all for activism. Muhammad Ali, I'm all for that. But I think there comes a time when you put yourself above your team's going to lose. It is what it is. People are like, well, they won before. It takes a while to break up culture. Look, man, one of the arguments is, well, they just won. Yeah, but, you're seeing the cultural decay. It doesn't happen overnight. That culture on the team was so strong. You had Carly on there. Again, I don't think anybody's really talking about the main factor here. The one thing that was holding that team together, I think, was Carly. I think she was the leadership they needed to even look past all this polarizing BS. And once Carly left, I think the team, but she lost to Carly. It's not about how she balls out on the field. It's about what she's done. And it's about her experience and her mentorship to the other players. And losing someone like a Carly Lloyd, I mean, they lost their Michael Jordan. I don't think people understand how truly great Carly Lloyd was. I do. And once they lost Carly, and then Rapinoe's still there pissing everybody off, got half kneeling, half standing, it's a problem. Anyway, let me know your thoughts. Please keep this nice. I know that when you bring up anything in the least bit political, it gets mean, but that's not the point of this. This is a video about culture. It's not a video and winning. It's a video about winning. It's not a Republican video. It's not a Democrat video. It's a video about winning. That's it. Anyway, guys, let me know your thoughts. Anyway, tigerfitness.com. That's my website. Sell everything from Ambrosia, Planta, to the Outright bars, to Ghost energy drinks. That's how I make my money. So if you'd like to support this channel, because we really care and we try our best, it's a great company. We have warehouses in both Ohio and Las Vegas, Nevada. So where you're at in the country is free shipping over $99. We're a 1 to 2 day ship to basically almost everywhere in the country. Okay, guys, and again, free shipping over $99 and the best people, the best service, and we actually care. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. That picture behind me, that's the great city, the greatest city in the world, Nashville, Tennessee. It's where I'm from, actually from Brentwood, but we'll claim it. Thank you so much for watching, guys. That's not a game. I used to have to go through dozens of bottles of vitamins, of supplements, just to get what I need. Look, I'm busy. I'm running multiple businesses. I'm coaching. I'm a professional bodybuilder getting ready for my first pro show. I don't have time to sit there and do all that. I gotta go. I'm on the go all the time. That is why I created MTS Nutrition Immortal. Here's how they look. This replaces dozens of bottles of supplements. So let me tell you exactly what this has. It has probiotics, greens, liver detox, joint support, cardiovascular support, and the most complete multivitamin, multi-mineral supplement ever created. If you have a busy life or you simply want more time to do the things you love and be able to travel by just taking one simple little pack with you, Immortal's for you.